What drives a person to become a monster? In this video, we delve deep into the dark side of human nature as we explore the lives and chilling crimes of 5 of history's most brutal and horrifying serial killers. Viewer discretion is advised. From the icy reaches of Siberia to the historic streets of early America, these notorious figures have not only terrorized their contemporaries, but have also left an indelible mark on both public consciousness and law enforcement. If you're drawn to the mysteries of the human psyche, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to stay updated on our latest explorations. Ready to dive in? Let's uncover the truth together. Alexander Spesivtsev, the Siberian Hell. Our first story takes us to Siberia, where Alexander Spesivtsev, known as the Siberian Hell, transformed his apartment into a terrifying chamber of horrors. Born in 1970 in Krasnoyarsk, Russia, Spesivtsev was a troubled youth, raised by an abusive mother who claimed to be a witch. His isolated childhood and mental health struggles set the stage for his horrifying future. By the mid-1990s, he began luring young teenagers to his home under the guise of friendship and drugs, only to unleash unimaginable horrors. The police were eventually alerted by a foul smell emanating from his apartment, uncovering the brutal murders of at least 19 people, though Spesivtsev claimed more victims. His tools: savage beatings, torture, and cannibalism. Lavinia Fisher, Myth and Murder. Now, let's step back into the early 19th century America to meet Lavinia Fisher, believed to be one of the nation's first female serial killers. Operating the 6-mile Wayfarer house with her husband John, she allegedly ensnared and murdered solo travelers. During her trial, Lavinia maintained her innocence, but used her charm to try and sway public opinion. Her last words before her execution were reportedly, "If you have a message you want to send to hell, give it to me, I'll carry it." While concrete evidence of murder was never found, the couple was tried and executed for highway robbery in 1820. Lavinia's charm and her haunting last words have cemented her place in the annals of American folklore, blurring the lines between fact and myth. Lavinia Fisher's story is a complex blend of fact and fiction. It serves as a window into the fears and anxieties of early American society and highlights how stories can transform into myths that outlive the truth. Pedro Alonso Lopez, the Monster of the Andes. Our journey continues to the picturesque landscapes of the Andean Mountains, where Pedro Alonso Lopez, the Monster of the Andes, preyed on vulnerable young girls. Born in Colombia and abandoned early in life, Lopez's resentment brewed within violent reformatories. He confessed to over 300 murders across Ecuador, Peru, and Colombia, though he was caught and convicted for a fraction of these in 1980. His trial was a media circus. Despite the overwhelming evidence, the intricacies of legal systems across different countries meant that Lopez found loopholes to exploit. Shockingly, after serving only 14 years in an Ecuadorian prison, Lopez was released for good behavior, a decision that outraged communities across South America. The questions about the Monster of the Andes remain unknown today, leaving a painful wound in the hearts of families still seeking justice. Yang Xinhai, China's monster killer. Our next story brings us to the serene yet isolated rural regions of China, where Yang Xinhai, also known as the Monster Killer, carried out a series of chilling murders that shattered the tranquility of the countryside. Yang Xinhai embarked on a 4-year spree of brutality, confessing to 67 murders. His nighttime invasions into homes left no one safe, employing excessive violence that psychologists label as overkill. Captured in 2003, his lack of remorse and chilling justifications during his trial only added to the horror, culminating in his execution in 2004. Yet, the scars of his actions linger in the rural communities he devastated. Samuel Little, America's most prolific serial killer. Our final tale of terror brings us back to the United States, where Samuel Little's decades-long series of murders went unnoticed by law enforcement due to the marginalized status of his victims. Little's method of killing was as personal as it was brutal. He strangled his victims, leaving few physical marks and thus leading investigators to rule many deaths as overdoses or accidents. Confessing to the murder of 93 people, his detailed memory helped law enforcement close numerous cold cases after his capture in 2012. Little's story is a grim reminder of the societal and systemic factors that allow such predators to operate undetected. In this episode, we ventured into some of the darkest corners of human history to shed light on individuals whose heinous actions have left deep scars across societies. These stories highlight the crucial roles of vigilance, compassion, and justice in preventing such tragedies. Thank you for joining us in this difficult exploration. If these stories have moved or intrigued you, please share this video. And remember to subscribe for more deep dives into the mysteries of history. Until next time, stay safe and keep seeking the truth.